Very good afternoon, friends, and a very happy new year 2023 in advance to all of you from our team of Tax Connect. However, from tomorrow, there would be certain GST rate changes on certain goods or services. Even in the new year, even on a Sunday, the supply of goods or services in the country would continue, and therefore it is very important for the GST professionals, whether in practice or working in industry, to be aware so that there is no loss to your organizations and the respective rate changes are dealt with accordingly. We would discuss in this video the 7 important rate changes which have been notified to be applicable from 1st of January 2023, that is tomorrow. First and foremost, a very important amendment has been made in the exemption notification to actually clarify a doubt by means of inserting an explanation to entry number 12 to notification 12/2017 central tax rate on exemptions of services. Now, we all know that the 47th GST Council meeting in June 2022 had invoked a GST on residential accommodation which was rented out by an unregistered person to a registered person, wherein the registered person would have to pay the GST on reverse charge basis. Now, the confusion was that in case of an individual who has a proprietorship organization, and if the individual takes a residential accommodation on his own account for his own residential purposes, then would his proprietorship organization, which has the same PAN number but is registered under GST, would that organization be required to pay GST under reverse charge mechanism or not? This has now been explained by inserting an explanation to entry number 12, wherein it has been laid down that in case that individual takes the residential accommodation on rent for his own residential purposes, then his proprietorship organization would not be required to pay GST on reverse charge on the renting of residential dwelling. However, please hold on, and one has to note here that in case the proprietorship organization by any chance under income tax is claiming a deduction on the rent portion, then it would be considered that the residential accommodation has been taken on the account of the proprietorship organization and not the individual proprietor, and therefore GST under reverse charge would be required to be paid. Therefore, it is important that the rent agreement should be in the name of the individual proprietor and not his proprietorship organization. Only then the reverse charge would not be applicable in this case. Next important amendment is for a confusion which was created by circular dated 3rd of August 2022, circular number 179 para 8.3, wherein it was clarified that residues and husks would include Chilka, Churi, Chunni and Khanda, and they would be taxable at 5% GST rate and would not be exempt. Now, while various amendments in notification 1 and 2 central tax rate it has been now laid very clearly that Churi, Chinna, Khanda or Chilka would be classified separately than residues and would be exempt from GST. The confusion which was created by Circular 2022 would be now rectified. However, in case GST has been paid at 5% due to the confusion created, then a relief would be granted on as is basis as per the press note issued apropos the GST Council meeting. Another important clarification, I would say, in the form of a notification is for carbonated fruit pulp, fruit juice, food beverages, which were very clearly laid down in Schedule 4, taxable at 28% GST, but there was some confusion wherein certain taxpayers were questioning whether it would be taxable at 12% under fruit juice or fruit pulp or fruit beverages entry. Now, while amending that entry of fruit pulp or fruit juice or fruit beverage under 12%, it has been inserted and laid down that carbonated fruit juice, carbonated fruit beverages or fruit pulp, they would be excluded and would be taxable at 28% and not 12% GST rate. Compensation cess would apply accordingly. Another important amendment is for ethanol companies, manufacturing companies. We all know that the Government of India's target is to reach 20% of blending of petrol with ethanol to reduce the cost of petrol very soon. To facilitate the same, the rate of ethanol when supplied for blending with petrol to oil marketing companies was reduced to 5% from May 2021, but it was found out that this ethanol for blending with petrol could also be supplied to petrol refineries, and now from 1st of January 2023, ethanol or ethyl alcohol supplied even to petroleum refineries would be taxable at 5% and not a higher rate of 18%. Another confusion which was clarified by Circular number 150 of 2021 was that toll charges, whether collected by way of annuity or otherwise, would continue to be exempt. Now, to further fructify the stand, entry number 23 capital A has been removed from the concerned notification. Therefore, now it is further fructified and clear that toll charges, whether collected by way of annuity or otherwise for access to road or bridge, that would continue to be exempt under 12/2017 Central Tax Rate entry number 23 itself. The rate of pencil sharpeners have been increased to 18% by removing the word pencil sharpeners from the 12% rate schedule. And last, Mentha Arvensis, in addition to other products of Mentha, has been made liable to reverse charge under GST from 1st of January 2023. So friends, these are the various amendments to rates under GST which would be applicable from tomorrow. So it is important that in case your taxpayer, your client or your organization is impacted by any of these, then before celebrating the new year tomorrow, we do the necessary amendments in our system, so that even if some goods or services are supplied tomorrow which are impacted, corrective action could be taken and there would be no loss to the organization. Thank you very much, and do like, share this video for maximum dissemination of knowledge. Happy New Year once again. Stay tuned. Thank you.